about it and attempt to turn it back. But do not rely on law at this point, because the law could go exactly the opposite way and you get clobbered real bad. Are there more questions? Yes.
We was talking about your main subject is Christians and the law. And I've been hearing a lot lately about Muslims trying to get Sharia law into the legal system.
Thank you. There are some people who say, well, how come you're just picking on Christians? How about Muslims? Well, I am an equal opportunity blasphemer, okay? And I have done a cartoon of Muhammad and put it on the internet. They haven't gotten me yet. The most egregious thing I've heard about is a foot bath at the University of Michigan paid $25,000 for foot baths for Muslim students. And they said, well, that's not religious because it has a secular purpose. Well, let's go test that. Let's have the Edwin Memorial Annual Pig Bathing Contest in the foot bath. And if that's okay, we'll say, okay, it's secular. Complete double talk, complete denial of reality. Yeah, the Sharia law is absolutely dreadful and it's unconstitutional. We don't use religious law in this country. The Bible has nothing about democracy. The Bible is based on edict, on creeds, on commandments, and on the rule of judges and kings. It has nothing to do with we the people. And, by the way, the Constitution of the United States does not have God in it at all. It starts out, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility for ourselves and our posterity, do hereby ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States. And at the end of it, it does not say with reliance on God. It says we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honors. We were not founded as a Christian nation. We were founded by a bunch of theists and masons. Other questions? Yes.
First, there's the guy from Alabama.
I don't know. I can get you.
There's no name? Yeah, because I need to know who that is.
Okay.
There's somebody that enthusiastic in Alabama I need to get a hold of.
Yeah, JT, you know JT of the Secretary?
Yeah.
Contact JT. He's closely connected with it, been in touch with the group, and can give you very good information.
It may very well be somebody I already know.
It may well be. It may well be.
The second question, back to the Sharia. I mean, there's actually, Islam is a horrible, atrocious religion. We all get it. But there's actually no viable threat of Sharia law actually in the United States right now, right?
So far as I know. But they're trying to do it. And people seem to be scared to death of Muslims. They don't want to offend Muslims. A recent good sign was a woman that was stopped by the police and he wanted her to take off her burqa off of her head so he could see if she looked like her driver's license. She refused to do it and he arrested her, and this has become a real thing. Or gave her a summons, didn't actually arrest her. Muslim women are permitted to wear their burqas into swimming pools. You go try wearing a long dress in a swimming pool. And my late wife Edwin Kagin and I wrote the song Back in Their Burqas Again, which has been on YouTube. It's had over 23,000 hits at the last thing. People are looking. France has outlawed the burqa altogether. They're just not going to put up with it. There is a clear and present danger, and the fundamentals of any religion, and Mormonism is the fastest growing religion in the world, almost, or at least in this country. You want to see how Christianity developed in 2,000 years? Look at Mormonism, which has been under 200 years. The idea that Mormonism was started by a snake oil salesman and a guy who'd been arrested for fake gouging operations named Joseph Smith, who claimed that he found in a box and buried in upstate New York a book written on sheets heaps of gold by ancient Hebrews in Egyptian hieroglyphics. And he translated this to the aid of the angel Moroni. The religion should be called Moronism. And they are progressing and developing. Some of them are running for the presidency of the United States. Is Mitt Romney's religion relevant? I think it's damn relevant. Yes. However, Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution says there shall never be any religious test for any office under these United States. There maybe should be a rationality test. Mormonism, when you're ready to believe anything. Absolutely stunning that people. You went to see it in their headquarters, didn't you? Where they have the place where the Garden of Eden was, and where Jesus was.
Independence, Missouri.
Independence, Missouri, right. Go see that sometime. It'll scare the hell out of you. Yes, question?
Well, comment further just on something even shorter than that is Scientology. That was started 40 years ago by somebody that said this is how you start a fake religion. Look at it.
E. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah.
L. Ron, my mind is
But
going.
he
L.
just
Ron
came right out and
Hubbard.
said this is how you start a religion.
His wife left him battling in a mental hospital, and he was a hack science fiction writer in the 50s who came up with this book called Dianetics that has developed into a damn religion. And it's the most great. This world was settled millions of years ago by Thetans exiled from their country. And the people living today have Thetan influences in them that can be purged by a Scientology practitioner. All you have to do is pay him everything you owe. Yes.
The best part about it being such a modern religion is that it was an IRS dodge.
Yeah,
It was the
IRS
taxes.
Right. They are a religion when they want to be. They're not a religion when they don't want to be. Yes.
I wanted to talk about the issue of standing. Two recent cases. One might have been the Arizona case you were talking about with the school funding. The other one is the Freedom from Religion Foundation case in which the National Day of Prayer was successfully ruled unconstitutional, but then was it the appeals court at which it was thrown out? What can be done about the standing issue? They just seem to be using that to avoid making a real decision.
Right. They are. And the answer is not too much. I counseled against doing the thing on the National Day of Prayer, and when FFRF said we want to, don't cheer. Yeah, it's going to be reversed. I will tell you now a new approach that American atheists is getting ready to start taking. I need a better rim on my portable lectern here. We are going to try a new approach. And this is not under the First Amendment, but under the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment was passed after the Civil War to give rights of citizenship to blacks and others born in the United States. In relevant part, it says that anyone born in the United States is a citizen of the United States who can have unexpected consequences by women sneaking over the border to have babies and so on, which they're doing. Let's not be unrealistic, they are. And those are citizens under the 14th Amendment. Those persons are citizens. But it goes on to say that no state shall deny any citizen of the United States due process of law or equal protection of the laws. That's where we're going to start going. And that case you just talked about is absolutely perfect. Be sure in contact. And why are religious groups applying for 501c3 not cross-examined about their views on Darwin and asked to justify their position? That's a denial of equal protection of the laws. If you let a Christian group have a club in your school and do not permit an atheist group, you are denying them equal protection of the laws. And that is unconstitutional and has nothing to do with the First Amendment, which says that the government shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. Note it says respecting an establishment of religion, not of a